Well, sorry about that, Tiger fans. We thought we were live. It turns out we were not. Always working out a few kinks here at the start of the season. But the Tigers, you didn't miss much. 2 baskets, one by each team. It was Hartle that scored the first points of the year, and now you're joining us live here on the Erie Tiger Network. That shot is off the mark, now rebounded away by the Warriors. This was a good game last year between these two teams, so it should be a good one here tonight. In fact, they played a couple times. Second time, or the away game for the Tigers, huge comeback victory. Now Gilrs with it here near the outer circle. Dribbled off toward the near timeline, looking for a teammate. Gilrs, the junior, will kick to the corner to Hartle, the junior. Maddie feeds it low. Hunder up to Ridenauer, tried to feed it right back, and it was tipped and deflected. One bucket so far. It was Hartle on the layup, the leading scorer from a year ago. Got the Tigers started. They trail it 3-2 here. By the way, our scoreboard maybe a second or two behind. Now Hartle with it. Trying to break down the defense. Hartle, step back, 3 ball on the way, buries it home. And Maddie Hartle, she's a sniper from deep, and she buried that one, and the Tigers lead it 5-3, their first lead of the night here. Tigers will send in their 6th man tonight. It's going to be Juliet Slater, a freshman. And this freshman class, you talk with a new head coach, Tyler Cerveny, for the Tigers. He was the Skyline boys basketball coach. He says this freshman class is tremendous, and we'll see a couple of them out here tonight, as his daughter Tegan has also checked in to the game. Dribble drive, penetration, kick out to the corner, 3 ball on the way. That one is buried. A good answer that time by Lauren Kramer, the senior for Centaurus, and Centaurus retakes the lead on a 3 ball. Now Hartle will get the play. She'll bring it up over the midline. Hartle dribbles off to the left side, looking for a screen. Tigers run a motion offense. She'll drive in, pull up, jumper is good by Hartle. And Maddie has all 7 of the Tigers' points right now. Now Cerveny will pick up. Defense from the midline, kick into the short corner. Top of the paint, feed low into the block, and a good strip there by Ridenauer, and Alex gets the nice strip. And here comes Hartle with it. Almost got called for a carry there. Off to Cerveny, back up to Hartle, jab step to the left, now backs it up between the circles. Tigers on the move. Ridenauer. Dribble off onto the right side, delivers it low. 3 ball on the way by Slater. That one's off the mark and tipped out of bounds, and will go back to Erie. Well, a new coaching staff for this Tiger team. Ashley Gilrs, Mia Welty checking back in for Hartle and Ridenauer. Deep bench is this Tiger team. And a lot of loaded freshmen in this program. I mean, that is a really solid crop of girls basketball players. Already seen a couple on the floor tonight. Now left side shot from deep. That one's off the mark. Rebound rattled around, pulled down. Centaurus, they've got a lot of size, so expect to see some good rebounding. Tigers going to really have to hustle on the boards tonight. That ball will strip away. Picked up. Again, Centaurus on the attack, driving in the lane. Runner off the glass, no good. Get her own rebound. Good block there by Welty. Now kick out for 3 across the lane. No, Gilrs will instead dribble drive off the window, kisses it off the glass, and gets it to fall. Our scoreboard will kind of pop in and out, by the way, in case you're wondering what that hue is all about. And there's a look at the last replay there for the Tigers, the good little block and then the kick out. And we're having a little bit of a lag issue with our replay system. Even though it says it's going full speed, we're watching it in real time, and that is awfully slow. I'm not sure what's going on there. Huh. We'll try and fix that. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
If we want to run replay, we've got to turn on the All right, sorry about that. Trying to fix our computer's lagging a little slow. We brought up the laptop instead of the big Ferrari of a broadcast computer because that is difficult to get way up here in the crow's nest. So just so you know what's going on. That one is tipped out of bounds and will stay with Centaurus. Centaurus 1 point lead here, nearing the end of the first quarter of play. Max Schroeder, your producer. Aiden Wagner-Gruhl is your replay operator. You have Braden. I thought I saw Braden, our main camera operator. And then we have a couple other camera operators as well. We have Jaden Lawson. He's running one of our floor cameras. And Dean Morton running the other floor camera as that free throw's off the mark. So just wanted to give those guys a quick shout out. And our first indoor winter broadcast of the year. And now a 2 point lead for Centaurus. Reinauer will deliver it in. Keyser will bring it up for the Tigers. Keyser brings over the midline. Half a minute to play and some change here in this first quarter. Ashley trying to hit Cox in the corner. Cox looking for the cutter. Nice pass. Turnaround jumper, that's just off the mark. Welty tried to pull in the rebound. Dumped off. Tigers trying to press a little bit here. Now Centaurus will move it quickly up the floor. In the open field, that's Spence with it. Now near side. Pass across for Kramer. Kramer dives in, passes into the block, and that one is knocked away and out of bounds. Probably last shot here with 5 seconds left in the quarter. They'll get a 3 point sub on. That's Ginsert. She'll come in for Spence with 5 seconds left here in the quarter. Coach Cerveny Barking out some defensive directions. There's the pass right back. The jumper off the window, banked home, and that's how the quarter will end. A 4-point lead for the Warriors. We'll take a timeout here after we take a look at this replay. We'll talk a little bit about that in the timeout, fellas. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
If you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School, well now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. It's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction in knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon@sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as we enter quarter number 2. The Tigers trail it to the Warriors by a couple points. This Tiger program has been in flux. The senior class has had 4 different head coaches over the course. As there's a 3-ball buried for the Tigers. Of course, as I look just away. 4 different head coaches in 4 years for this Tiger program. Dump down low, now kick out, 3-ball on the way for Centaurus trying to answer. That's an air ball off the hands of the Warriors and out of bounds. I think that was last touched by Cameron Kidd. And the Tigers will inbound the ball here with Ridenauer. Up to Keyser. Keyser will bring it up the floor here for Erie. But this group returns a lot of talent, and a loaded freshman class should help them kind of get back on track to where this program was just a few short years ago. Now bouncer, Ridenauer with the left hand, throws it off the window. That's no good off the glass. Rebounded there by Centaurus. They'll bring it up the floor quickly. In transition now. Cutting, nice defensive play there by Ridenauer. Anticipated and poked it away. Now Hartle with it, trying to look for an outlet off to Hunter. Hunter looking for her teammate. She'll dribble off to her right side. Now kicks in the corner for Keyser. Keyser between the leg dribble. Backs out here between the circle. Almost stolen, and I think it was last touch by Ridenauer off her leg, and not much of a protest there. And Juliet Slater will check in, one of the sensational freshmen in this really good freshman class. Now dump down low, kick to the corner. Little pump fake, step in, runner off the iron, kissed it off the front of the iron, got the roll. A good shot there for the Warriors. That was Cameron Kidd. And a turnover for the Tigers. 13-10, Tigers trail it here in quarter number 2. First game of the year on the Erie Tiger Network. Kick out, far side. Tigers in a 2-3 zone here. In the short corner, good catch, jumper, off the mark, rebounded nicely by Welty, and Mia always has those elbows out there. They can deliver some damage. And the first foul for Kidd, that's the 4th team foul for Centaurus. Tigers, a real tough slate. You got Centaurus, then Douglas County, Platte Valley. I actually think that's going to be swapped out for Holy Family. Bear Creek. That is a tough sledding, and a new league new classification this year as well for Erie, as they are in the 6A ranks now, if you can believe that. 6A basketball in the state of Colorado. Three-point shot is up and buried. 6A Front Range League. Brighton, Boulder, Broomfield, Erie, Fairview, Fort Collins, Fossil, Horizon, Legacy, Loveland, Monarch, Mountain Range, Poudre, Prairie View, Rocky Mountain. Huge league is this Front Range League, and it is a good one. Tigers will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Tigers trail it by 6 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You will be pleased.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project.
We are going to have some non-commentating for a moment so we can just kind of work on our replay a little bit. Bear with us. Okay, trying to get our replay system figured out here. Tigers trail it by 8 here in quarter number 2. Little crossover into the lane. Nice catch. Good block from behind. It was Radnauer that got a piece of that one. Alex off to Ashley. Keyser will bring it over the midline. Keyser always has the smooth handles off to the near side. That's Slater with it. Juliet drives and gets the hand check foul call. And that'll be the 5th team foul for Centaurus as they have a trio of subs set to come in here. Now Keyser with it. Off the inbound, halfway through this quarter. Keyser dribbles with the right hand, guarded closely now off to Maddie. She's got excellent speed, drives to the elbow, kicks it back to Ashley. Ashley will bring it into the paint, the runner. That's too strong off the window. Rebounded nicely by the Warriors. Warriors will push the pace here a little bit. Tigers got to pick up the ball. Now into the paint, turnaround jumper, that's rattled home, and it's a 10-point deficit now for the Tigers, and they're getting a little bit frustrated in the body language here as Keyser brings it up over the midline. Keyser dribbles off with the left hand. Off to Maddie, who will pop for 3. That's just a little bit short. And rebounded away by Centaurus. Kick to the timeline. Now between the circles, Centaurus trying to work the basketball here. Looking low for the post touch. They've got size advantage here against Erie. That shot's off the mark though. Rebound away by Alex. Off to Keyser. Keyser will settle it down, slow the pace, and brings it over the midline. Keyser using a screen. And that one's tipped away. It did hit the end line. And that will stay with Erie. And that one also kissed off the referee's face right there. Seems to be all right. 2:36 remaining here in this first half of play. Tigers trailing it by double digits here. They've gone a little bit cold. Off to right now, right back to Cox. Cox looking up top. Keyser faked, then drove. It was a good little pull up, just couldn't get it to drop. Tigers just not quite getting those shots to drop right now. So 10-point lead. Still for Centaurus. Erie with the basketball. A little over 2 minutes to play here in half number one. Keyser will bring it up here for the Tigers. Off to Hartle. Maddie looking. Looking for a cutter now. She'll reset here with the left hand. Dribbles between the circles. Off to her right, trying to get into the paint. Looks for help. Dishes off. Ridenauer fires the deep two. That one rattled just long off the rim, and Cox was trying to battle for the board, and she forces a jump ball. I think possession arrow is with Erie, so the Tigers will keep the ball. Kelsey Cox. A lot of soccer and basketball crossover players on this roster for the Tigers. Keyser looking in, will fire that into Cox. Cox looks off to her right now. She'll reset near the timeline. Kelsey off to Ridenauer. Ridenauer will bend it off the elbow. Now looks for Keyser. Keyser will run it from the point here between the circles. Back to Cox. Cox looking in the post for Welty. That wasn't there. She'll reset, and it went through the wickets there for Hartle. Tigers just kind of a little bit stagnant here offensively. Trying to find some rhythm here. As Centaurus looking to inbound. Minute 13 remaining. Hartle always can play right in your hip pocket, and a timeout called by Centaurus. We'll take a timeout as well. Tigers, they trail it by 10 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced...
Folks, I need to step off the mic here for just a moment.
Vista Ridge and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. It's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction in knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETNPatreon.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Start of half number 2 as the Erie girls looking to kind of turn things around here in this half. Centaurus will start with the basketball, attacking front court left. The Warriors. This Warrior team, and there's I believe a 3 in the key call. As I was looking, 13 and 12 last year, they returned a lot of their key contributors. Against Erie, they won 50-34 here in this gym after dropping a heartbreaker 46-44 in their gym. So these two teams split the series last year, but right now holding a 10-point lead. And Tigers hit their first 3 of that second quarter and then went dry. So they have spent about the last 6 or 7 minutes of game time unable to score as Hartle goes up. Tap on the elbow, no call, and they'll say that Welty stepped on the line. Now dribble drive here for this Centaurus Warrior team, trying to continue what was a very good second quarter of play. Spence will kick it out to the corner, and stepping on the baseline was Laura Ginsert. Actually, they will call an Erie foul. Centaurus will inbound from behind their basket. Nice steal there. Hunter with it into the open court, looking for an outlet. Good backtracking defense that time by Paddock, able to get the steal. And now Centaurus again on the attack. Tigers have been bitten by the turnover bug here in this one. Shot off the window, no good. Rebound rattles around. Another offensive board for Centaurus, and a foul called against Erie. They're going to call that one on Abby Hunter. She's got 4 fouls right now. Timeout called. We'll take a timeout as well. Tigers trail at 10-22 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Out of the inbound, Tigers give up a layup. Not what you want to see out of the inbound. Tigers got to find a spark here offensively. Hartle with it, drives into the paint, throws it up, smooches it softly off the front of the iron and gets the roll. Tigers cut the lead back to 12. Oh, almost a travel there. Catch in the paint, turnaround shot. That one is buried by Sterrett, the 5'11 senior. 14-point lead here for the Warriors. Keyser with it off far timeline. Looking for a screen, now wheels it off near side for Hunter. Hunter trying to find a cutter here. Tigers. Nice move there by Hartle. Welty couldn't quite hit her. Feeds it to the corner, and that one is knocked away. Trio of subs, a quartet of subs rather, coming in here for Erie. As Coach Cerveny looking for a spark off the bench. 3 of those freshmen, and a timeout is called here on the floor. We'll stick right here. Tigers trail at 26-12 in our opening game. We'll have the boys game directly following this one, as they will look to play their first ever game in 6A as well. 6A, that's still, it's a hard one for my mind to really comprehend. You think about the new classifications. Most of the Erie teams were slotted in 4A. You had cross country in 5A. This basketball team somehow made the 6A cutoff. And that is, as we mentioned, a new league as well. But brand new to this year is 6A, and you look at the classification kind of divisions in terms of how many students you have to be in what classification. I'm trying to double check that info. I didn't want to mess that one up. We'll talk about that here a little bit more in depth as the Tiger ladies will inbound. Hartle with it, looking for help. Off to Allen. Reagan Allen delivers the banker home, and the freshman has her first career points. Off in the near timeline. Allen will fire it across the lane. Oh, and a good little knock there. The Tigers have switched up their defense here. 4 different players on the floor. Let's see if that gives them some energy. That one is tapped out of bounds. Tigers getting some hands in the passing lanes here with this little zone defense that they run, a kind of a trap here. And there you go. There's Kelsey getting more hands. Oh, it's 14:53 and up is 6A. That is 56 total schools. And Erie, I believe, was sitting at 1460 something. So they missed the 5A cutoff by 10 or 12 students in the enrollment number. Of course, as we know, Erie, a lot closer to 1,800 students now than they are their enrollment number that's listed, which is 1467. Cox with the ball. Looking to use the screen of Cerveny. Cerveny catches it back to the basket. Now Allen with it off far timeline. Looking back for Cerveny. She has it top of the circle. Right side, Cox fires the open 3. Buries it. Kelsey Cox. She's a gamer. She buries a 3, and the Tigers close it back to within 10. Pass to the baseline, blocked by Allen, and then they'll call a foul on the arm. I actually thought Reagan initially blocked it clean, and maybe kind of her body on the follow-through. That free throw is up and good. 29-18, Tigers trail it. And a charge or a legal screen called. Yep. And a foul coming. That was on Cerveny. That's her first, team 4th. Now between the circles, 3-pointer on the way. That one is too strong. Allen with the board. She's looking to push the pace. Reagan up to Hartle. Hartle drives in left side, tried to dish it across the lane. That one got stolen. Hartle was met defensively, kind of rushed the pass there. And Tigers bench wants the Erie defense to stay kind of trapping in a little 1-3-1. There's a 3-ball left wing. That one rattles off the iron. Hartle tried to get a piece of it. Finally comes away to Allen. Allen has been a ball magnet here this quarter. Tigers trail it by 11. Off to Cox. Cox looking into the paint. Now off to Hartle. Hartle fakes. 3-ball in the way. That's off the iron. Right side serve, and he tried to get it and poked it out. Good hustle, but couldn't quite gather that rebound, and that will stay with Centaurus, or rather go to Centaurus. Tigers trail it by 11 here midway through the quarter here in this Erie gym. Centaurus to inbound. We'll have the boys game following this. There's a runner, and that one is up and in by Juliet Slater, the freshman. Freshman scoring 5 straight here for the Tigers. Catch, drive, and Tigers have had a difficult time defending the Centaurus bigs. Erie really outsized in this matchup. That shot. Well, hold on. Throw that scoreboard back up. Folks, I think we're back live again. We lost our internet somehow. We're wired in. Wasn't even our internet, our software lost its connection to YouTube. So we had to reset that up here. And what's real unfortunate is that Erie went on a nice little run there, got it back to 6 before the quarter. So that's a bummer. But now a timeout on the floor, 6:40 remaining. We'll keep it right here as the Tigers, as we mentioned, they cut it down to 6. A good little run there the last 2 minutes of the quarter. And they trail at 26-33 now after the made free throw by the Warriors. Tigers playing with Keyser, Welty, Ridnour, Hartle, and who else is out there? Hunder, I believe. Coach Cerveny in his first game for the Erie Tigers. (26-33) the score here. As Hunter will inbound here to Hartle. Maddie will bring it up the floor. Wheels it off, far side. Hunter with it, trying to find a cutter. That was blocked. Pushing the pace is Centaurus. Layup left side, no good. That's big for the Tigers. And then a foul coming on a hack from behind. I think that was Ginsert. That is the 4th team foul for Erie. That's Ginsert's first. Now Hartle will bring it up the floor here for the Tigers. Off far side of Keyser, looking to use the screen of Welty. Welty trying to roll to the hoop. Hunter with it, fakes, kicks. Back to Keyser. Keyser finds Hunter wide open, down the, layup too strong off the glass. Offensive board though by the Tigers. Out wide open three. It's Hartle. That one hit softly. A good offensive board. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. Now baseline. Welty drives. Fadeaway jumper is good. And the Tigers now within 5 points. Can they pull two comebacks here against Centaurus in the last couple of years? A little pass to the top of the key, and that one is going to be a foul. They'll call that on Mia Welty trying to come through the defender. That's the 7th team foul, second for Welty, so in the bonus the rest of the game. Are the Warriors. 7 team fouls right now on Erie, only 4 on Centaurus. That one is missed. That was halfway down before it popped out. Tigers trail at 5 with the ball, attacking front court right. Hartle with it between the circles. Hartle will dribble off left side, looking for help off to Keyser. Keyser between the legs, back to Hunter. Hunter trying to rip through the defense, off to Welty, top of the key. Floats one for Hartle. Tigers a little bit stagnant here. Hartle tried to feed it into Welty and trying to force it. No one really moving for the Tigers that time. Welty tried to get the rebound, flips it off to Ridnour. 4:57 remaining here in the quarter. Pass down low, Ridnour trying to get it. It's a tie-up and I think a jump ball coming, and that will be Erie basketball. 4:52 remaining here in quarter number 4. The Tigers down 14 at one point, have come back here to cut it to a 5-point game. Little offensive outburst. See if they can keep it going. In is Hartle, and that was a misfiring of a pass. And the Tigers lacking a little bit of energy on the offensive end right now. Right side, near the timeline, now between the circles. Jumper, buried. That one is Gensert. And that's going to force a full timeout from the Tigers. We'll take a timeout as well here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Wildfire prevention.
If you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School, well now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. It's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon@sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 4:36 left to go here in quarter number 4. Tigers down by 7 here. Bounce off right side. Cox looking. Cox will drive toward the baseline, gets doubled, has to bounce out to Cerveny, gets it back, thought about firing the 3. Up top, Allen also thought about it. Back to Cox, she will fire it. Oh, that touched every piece of the rim and just wouldn't fall. Allen trying to get it, able to poke it to Cerveny. Cerveny will dump it off. Hartle, nice feed down low to Allen. Allen, maybe one extra pass too much. Cox again for 3 off the mark left side. And Cerveny tried to save it. Trying to feed it low. Almost could have called for a walk there. Tigers trying to continue to use that trap that has given Centaurus a little bit of issue. Now they're content to slow things up just a little bit, and I think the weak side wings of the trap might have to start taking some chances. And they'll call a foul and a push, so to the line. So to the line. That one's off the mark. Tigers have gotten Centaurus to miss the front of their 1-and-1s, but haven't been able to capitalize so far here. Centaurus kind of treading water here as Erie closed the gap to close out the fourth. They haven't really been able to get it down below 5 as that one was bobbled. No fouls. Erie doing a great job of using their feet, not their hands, but that three, oh, that's a painful one as Patkin hits from the corner. Tigers trail it by 10 here. Hartle will bring it up the floor. Near side for Cox. Cox looking, has Slater. Down near the block, Slater spins with the left hand. Oh, that was halfway down before it popped out. Good shot there by Juliet Slater. Somehow just popped right back out. That thing dipped its toe in the water and didn't want to enter. 10-point lead, Centaurus, a little over 2 minutes to play. Erie trying to trap here, and as I said, the offside wings, I think you might need to come up and be a little more aggressive here in the waning moments of this half and try and get a steal. And just losing it out of bounds that time was Kramer. Erie, they were 7-17 last year. That team lost a couple key seniors in Ava Welty, Maddie Thomas, Erica Pickering. Ten-point lead still for the Warriors. Tigers couldn't convert. Drive. Oh, a little bobble there. That caused the missed layup. I think it was a little poke. Now if you're Erie, you're down 10, 90 seconds left. You got to start hitting some shots. Hartle drives. That's blocked, but she'll go to the line and chance to score some points with the clock stopped. Alex Ridenauer will check back into the game here for Erie. Hartle hits both, so it's back to 8. And a foul called on Centaurus on their own inbound. All right, let's see. Oh, and I think maybe they're saying that they had the wrong team, and now they call it, they correct it. So that was on Kelsey Cox. That's her third. As Spence will head to the line. Shot up, off the mark. And it didn't even touch rim, so Erie possession. Down 8, minute 20. Hartle with it. Might have to stop and pop here. Hunder using the screen off to Ridenauer. Nice pass to Keyser under the bucket. Couldn't pull the trigger. Hunder fires the deep two. That's off the mark. Tipped out. Keyser fakes the three, drives in. Pass across the lane and tipped out. Tigers have been unselfish tonight. At some point, though, you kind of hope that you jack up a shot, the extra pass, run out of time. Hartle fakes, drives, throws it off the window, can't get it, gets her own rebound, puts it up, gets fouled, and goes back to the line with 55 seconds. So a chance here to make it a two-possession game with 55 seconds remaining. And they will be pressing, and Coach Cerveny going offense for defense, going to put Cox in here, I think for, let's see, I don't want to be presumptuous. That one is buried. Tigers need those. It's now it's been a three-possession game, trying to get it to a two-possession game. Would do so with a make. Buries that, so down to 6. Now Hartle coming out. They want to protect her from fouling. Tigers trying to double the ball and bounce. Oh, could have called a walk there. Tigers trying to get a 10-second call. Can't. 10 seconds is the call. I said they couldn't do it. The whistle came a touch late, but it was 10 seconds. All right. So two-possession game. Tigers could cut it to 1 with a 3. Hartle back in here for Erie. Erie will fire it in. Hartle off to her left, back to Ridnour. Now setting the screen for Alex. Pulls up, fires, buries. It's a 4-point game and a timeout call by Coach Cerveny. And that's important and smart because the clock runs after a made basket in high school basketball. (34-38). Tigers trail here, but they have fought their way back into this one. Can they complete the comeback trail? We'll have the boys game following this. It's a busy week on the Erie Tiger Network. We will also have wrestling later this week. Next week we'll have, I believe, some basketball, some swim, some music concerts. I don't know if it's band or orchestra. I don't know. It's a lot on the Erie Tiger Network over the next 10 days or so. So here comes the inbound. Oh, and it's a steal for the Tigers. Hartle. Oh, that was halfway down and wouldn't fall. My goodness, that was there for the taking for Erie. And that shot kissed the front, back of the rim, and just wouldn't fall. And that would have cut it to a 2-point game. Oh, man. You got the steal, you got the open look, and just the shot wouldn't fall. That would have made the last 30 seconds of this game something else. You should be into the free throw shooter's face if you can, and that's where you switch it to on a shot like that. That shot is up. Does your things not work? You all game should be hammering that. 26, 25 seconds now. Hartle bounces off near side. Still a 4-point game, up and under move. That one drops in the cup, 2-point game, 17 seconds left. Centaurus gets it in quickly, they'll get it up the floor. Oh, and Fowler, 9 seconds left. Tigers need to foul, they need to foul, and they get a foul with 6.6 left. Coach Cerveny wanted a travel call. And the Tigers have cut it back to 1 possession. So if they can somehow get a miss at the line from Gilrs, just one of the two, and they got one. So if they can get one more, they'll have a chance to tie it or even win it. Shot is up, it's good, and it's a 3-point lead with 6.6 seconds left. No good, it's a lane violation on Centaurus. So it's still a 2-point game, so the Tigers could win it with a 3, they could tie it with a 2, but they only got 6.6. You got about 5 dribbles and a shot. 1, 2. Hartle drives in all the way to the hole, puts it up with the left hand and buries it as time expires, and we're going to overtime here. And how about this comeback for the Tigers? Matty Hartle buried it, and we're going to overtime. 38-38. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
It's in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. What a crazy one this has been. As the Tigers were down by, 14 at one point this half. And came back and tied it on the last possession of regulation. So they'll re-tip it here with Welty. Tigers chasing Warriors all over the place. Same starting 5 out there for the Tigers. Welty will jump it. That one actually, they'll have to rethrow. There's the toss, this one won back by Centaurus. Tigers will come out actually in man-to-man. They were in a trap for most of that 4th quarter. We'll see if they could go back to that quickly. Open 3 on the way, that's buried. They can't hit their free throws has been Centaurus tonight, but they buried the open 3. Ava Paddock from deep. Man, those missed free throws just absolutely killed Centaurus in this game. Turnover there for the Tigers. Gensert with it. Far side for Spence. Looking low. Tigers rotate late. It's a catch. The shot blocked, but they'll call a foul. Ava Welty. Or excuse me, Mia Welty. I heard Mr. Cecina, I think, say Ava. As that free throw's up and good. 4-point lead now for the Warriors. 5 minutes in overtime. Shot is up, off the back iron, rebounded by Keyser. Keyser will drop it off to Ridnour. Ridnour back to Ashley. Tigers got into that offensive flow, see if they can continue making some shots here. And right now they can't even get a look at the basket as that ball flies and is a jump ball, and that'll stay with Erie. Tigers have not got a shot off in this overtime period in the 2 minutes. Need to get one here, and there's a shot off. Oh, just short on the bunny was Welty, and then a frustration foul and a reach. And Centaurus will walk down the other way. 2:58 remaining. Tigers only trail 4. And what turned out to be just really a superb comeback. But right now, it's all Centaurus so far in this overtime period. See if the Tigers can tighten things up. Hartle with the crossover will kick it to the corner. By the way, you might see a stream pop up that says boys basketball. That's an auto stream from the Huddle camera. We'll still have our regular stream here. I know that's a little confusing. That was set to a schedule and needs to be corrected. 5-point lead for Centaurus. Tigers still having trouble getting shots up. That should have been a walk. Instead, it will be called a reach. Gensert will head to the line here. And Centaurus could not hit their free throws in regulation, but they have kind of buckled down and executed here in the overtime period. See if the Tigers can re-find their groove that they had at the very end of regulation. Hartle with it. Near side now for Hunter. Up top, Ridnour, nice little cut there by Keyser. Gets it across to Welty, pumps, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. Tigers have yet to score here at overtime. They're trying to find a way back in, and they kind of found it through making free throws while Centaurus missed. One won't fall. Man, Tigers, the start of this overtime has just been opposite of what we saw the last couple minutes of regulation. And a tie-up and jump ball, I think, will go to Centaurus. I think they've got the possession arrow. So Reagan Allen, Kelsey Cox will both check in here for Erie. A 7-point lead for Centaurus. Tigers trying to get that trap going again. Good job creating space that time with Spence. Short corner. Why? Sorry, we lost our stream there again for a moment. Reagan Allen to the line. The lefty, that's off the mark, too strong. And a tie-up. And the jump ball. And a tie-up. And the jump ball goes to Erie. Allen looking in, gets it into the corner. Ridnour catches, drives. Oh, off the window, can't get it to go. Man, the Tigers just cannot get a shot to drop here in the overtime. Only a minute 25 remaining here. They still trail it by a couple possessions, but a chance for Centaurus to make this a 3-possession game. And that's where it was at about a minute 19 in regulation. So certainly not out of reach, but and you'd love for Erie to figure out something quickly. We just have not really seen Hartle shoot the ball much. I know they're keen on her, but I think where the ball needs to be. Cox, jab step, now backs her way out, feeds it low, it's Ridnour off the window, and that's no good. That was an open layup, and man, the Tigers just cannot hit. Overtime, it's been unkind. Still a 7-point lead here for Centaurus, and hope dwindling here for Erie. And a timeout call. We'll take a quick timeout here at your Tiger Network.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers, they trail it here by 7 in overtime, and might see him start fouling here. And that's really what hurt Centaurus. Oh, as that was just a straight up lost ball that time by Gilrs. Well, hope remains, but I think Erie has to score on this offensive set. Has to. Ideally, I think you'd like to see Hartle be the one to put the shot up. I don't know that she has a field goal attempt in this overtime. Hartle picks up her dribble, looking for help now. Off to Allen. Allen catches behind the back dribble. Reagan Allen drives, kicks. Cox thought about the three. Tigers can't really play this game. Shot by Allen, and she buries it. Reagan Allen, the freshman. Man, she is a good-looking player. That is an excellent fadeaway jumper. She has rebounded the ball well. A little behind-the-back dribble. She will be a good player in this program. For sure. And she's my student, so got to brag on her a little bit. But 4-point deficit here for Erie, 26 seconds left. I think we were about this point last time. Tigers trail it by 4 with about half a minute left. They got the ball to fall. They fouled with 6 seconds left, then came down and tied it. We'll see what they do here. It's certainly been an interesting game. As they still trail it by 4 here. So now Centaurus needs to inbound. They've had a little bit of trouble at times doing this, and so trying to draw something up. Cox got screened away. Centaurus trying to get it in. If you're Erie, you don't have time. You got to foul. Timeout was called by Centaurus before the tie-up. Thought they might have called a foul on Erie. Erie wanted the either tie-up or steal. Surprised with the way that they have shot the ball from the free throw line, Centaurus, that Erie isn't fouling a little bit earlier. 18.6. Once again, we'll have the boys game following this. There'll be about a 20-minute or so break. Here comes the inbound. They get the runner, Centaurus, into the open court. Tigers got a foul, and they do. Welty finally came up, hand on the back, fouled. 15.4 seconds remaining in this one. Now, at this point, you need both free throws probably to miss, rebound, and score. Nia Welty has fouled out of this game, by the way. Reagan Allen will check in. As that one will rim out. Five-point game. Here goes the Tigers. Hartle with it. Crossover dribble. Off to Ridenour. That pass is stolen, and that should do it, and they will say there's an intentional foul. So that will definitely end it. So Spence will go to the line. Tigers will drop to 0-1, but some good grit showing as they fought back. That shot is off the mark. 6-point lead, but Centaurus gets the basketball back. That's part of the idea behind the intentional foul, and that's why I said this one is over for all intents and purposes. And that will do it. So the Tigers fall by final score of 47-41. That'll do it for us this girls game. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.